good morning, and welcome back to my channel. As always, I'm so excited to have you guys here today and just to hang out. This is such a crazy time, and I'm excited to document it of this big transition. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I just filmed a full video about it, but in short, I decided to leave my job as a studio manager of an F45 and transition into my own nutrition counseling business as a dietitian. So there's way more explanation as to why if you're curious in that video, but it's been the craziest thing to start to go through this. So my last full day of teaching was on Wednesday, and then I had 2 classes yesterday, and now I'm phasing out. And there's so many effects and things that I've been working through from this, and now I don't want this to be like a full venting video. I just want it to be where I'm kind of showing what I'm doing to transition those 2 roles and to step into my nutrition counseling. And so I'm trying to take this day a little bit slower than usual. I have a little checklist that you all saw me writing out of just things that I want to do for the day, like my morning routine, and also just tasks to try to make it seem just a little more doable since I've been feeling overwhelmed. Also, can you take this clip seriously with this? What is you doing? What is you doing? During this video, I also want to do a little fun nutrition twist by answering assumptions that you guys have about health and diet. So I asked you guys on my Instagram at Mal's Fit Kitchen, and I really like the truck outside is really cramping my style. Trying to give my vlogs a useful kind of twist to them rather than you just watching my day in the life, because I love watching day in the life videos, but sometimes I like to see a little bit of stuff that's helpful sprinkled in. So that's what I want to do today, and I thought it would be perfect because today I started off with warm lemon water, and you guys know her, you've seen her if you watch YouTube, especially wellness YouTubers. And there's so many assumptions about lemon water, things that people say, like it detoxifies your system and it stimulates your digestion and all of this stuff. And the thing is that stuff is really not true. So lemon water does not detoxify. There's no digestion spurring that it does specifically from the lemon. Now, I have experienced myself, and other people also say that sometimes the warm water itself actually helps to stimulate digestion. This reminds me of Ayurvedic principles, to be honest, but these are not researched or proven. So why I drink it is because I like it, I like the taste of it. I don't know, it works for me, but don't let someone trick you into thinking that it's like this full detoxification of your system. So now, I'm gonna get started on the rest of that, shower off, get ready for the day, and then do some meditation, some journaling.
You get so alone, sometimes it starts to make sense. On this side of paradise, we're never concerned when the grass always greener on the other side of the screen. Misery set her sights on the likes of you and me. When arrows of love you pulled from my chest, the white mask of tragedy ties ribbons round our necks, and then shadows are cast over beds that we've made, and you start to forget why you came to this place. Then you go break their hearts, they don't know who you are.
I am now somewhat dressed, so no shoes, just fuzzy socks. I actually got these sweaters during my dietetic internship for my clinical rotation, and I just like love them. I feel like pairing them with a lot of jewelry and then some more like trendy Levi's actually makes them super cute, especially if they have the right shoes. Ignore this pile. This is our laundry pile. It's terrible, real life. But now I'm gonna do rest of my morning routine and then get into a Barak.
You get so alone, sometimes you start to forget that this sort of paradise won't happen again, and for reasons unknown.
Breakfast time is now here, ladies and gents. And think I'm gonna have some oats. I don't always have oats. I like oats, but I think I've said this before, but I went through a phase when I was dealing with my disordered eating where I would eat just like these, I don't know, I don't want to say nasty, but just this like combination of oats that are just no longer a thing. So I'm thinking of doing some yummy oats. And I have this Soulful Project one, so just want to say I'm sorry. It's coated in plastic. I don't typically get this one. It was actually gifted to me, and I didn't know that it came like this, but just because I don't have anything else, I'm going to use it. I do like it because it has multi-grains in it, so I feel like it's kind of a fun thing to add up. I'm honestly going to add the tiny few oats I have left in my other container as well. And I wanted to talk about another assumption that I got, intermittent fasting. So I think we've all heard of intermittent fasting by this point, because I just feel like it became such a craze. And so intermittent fasting is a really interesting thing because it's not all bad. And I like to think of myself as a very open-minded dietitian. And I think it's important that people are able to do the things that feel good to them. Now, the thing about intermittent fasting is there is research about it and how it can help with blood glucose control, maybe diseases like diabetes. Obviously, when you're doing it, a lot of people end up eating less, so it can lead to weight loss. And this is why I want to do a full video, because I don't want to go so in depth into all the research right now. So again, let me know if you're looking to that. But the flip side of this is it can really be a detriment to intuitive eating and getting in tune with your body, and it can also frequently create disordered thoughts around food. So for example, right now I'm super hungry and it's 9:46 and I want to eat. And if I was doing intermittent fasting, it would have to be this whole battle in my head of, oh my gosh, well, should I eat or should I wait? Like, even though I'm hungry, I have to stop. And what sometimes happens is you push off that eating window and then you end up having some sort of like a binge, or if we don't want to call it a binge, just like this need to consume within your eating window, and it just feels really restrictive. It doesn't fit into your lifestyle. So intermittent fasting is not an end-all be-all for everyone. I do want to especially caution women, because the research on women is very less and there are signs that it could possibly affect hormones. So that is just a quick little synopsis of it. But all in all, if intermittent fasting feels really good for you and you're not having disordered thoughts, don't have my saying this make it seem like it doesn't work for anybody. But if you don't feel like it fits well into your lifestyle, then I would say trust yourself, and you probably know. Also, yes, I do microwave my oats sometimes. I'm lazy. It's okay. Yet another assumption, microwaves are not horrible. They don't kill your food. There's not extreme radiation.
And I literally know so many of you by name.
Okay, breakfast is served. Oats, I added some cacao nibs. This is a little blender balm, sun butter and strawberries. Yum. Also, my sweet friend Macy, that is one of the trainers, made me a little piece of banana bread, and I thought this would be a good time to talk about another assumption. That is that all sugar is bad. Now, to be honest, I don't even know what's in this banana bread, and in the past that would have terrified me. Like, oh my gosh, is there real sugar? Is it white flour? Is it butter? Like, whatever it is. But I'm at the point now where to me it just doesn't matter, like, because thankfully, knock on wood, I'm so blessed now to not have severe reactions to food, which is amazing. Like, literally the best thing I could ever ask for, because I feel so much more freedom. As before, dairy used to really upset my stomach, and also my full face would break out in a rash. So I'm so excited for this portion of my life. But the thing is, when we think about sugar, sugar is not the healthiest food in the world, right? Like, it's not gonna be some superfood. No food is a superfood. But the thing about sugar is there's a part of enjoyment of sugar that I think is just a freedom that you should be able to have. So it's not something that I have all the time, but also I have it frequently because I like it. Because I feel like when I deprive myself of sugar, when I have that one little taste, I need more and more and more and more and more and more. That's what leads to binging for me personally, but also just leads to an imbalance overall in your life. So when I crave sugar, I have some, and sometimes I go a little bit out of control. And to be honest, sometimes I have a little bit more than maybe what makes my body feel good. Maybe I feel a little sluggish from it, but that's okay, because overall, I had to get to that place in order to find the balance that I now have, and most of the time I'm able to stabilize it. But there are ways, of course, to like get back in tune with your body. Like, I think it's the same thing as always. It's all about getting in tune with your body and doing what you need.
As you lie in the dark, do you know what you want? You get so alone, sometimes you start to forget.
I'm so excited because I got a message that we have a package. So I went downstairs and saw this 50 flowers. Milo. This man is wildin'. Stop, Milo. It's a knife, dude. But anyways, I'm so excited about this. I don't know how to open it though. Oh, this way. Oh my gosh. I am dying. These are so cute. I don't want to mess them up. Oh my gosh. Look at these. That is the coolest thing I have ever seen. So now it is finally time to work. This is definitely not my normal schedule. I mean, I never would typically start working at basically almost 11, but I'm trying to teach myself right now, especially when I have the time, to do it, you know, to take deep breaths, to take time where I don't have to be working every single second of every day, and take time for myself. So I am proud of myself for doing it, even though it may sound kind of stupid to some of you guys, but now I'm excited to jump into work. I'm feeling so good about it, and I have a session at 12 with one of my clients, so really excited to get to meet with her today. Every time I meet with her, it kind of just brightens my day, but honestly I feel that way about all of my clients. And I touched on this briefly in my past video, but I realized I forgot to say in that video that I have my free consults linked down below. So what that entails is basically if you're struggling to find the right way of eating and living, essentially, that works for your body, that makes you feel your best, and also helps to combat things such as bloating, disordered eating, or just other challenges that come up in your life through not being able to find a balance with food and lifestyle, then I would love to chat with you. And I've already just been loving the success that my clients have been seeing and feeling. Makes me feel so happy and so fulfilled. And I do have 2 spots left to work with people one-on-one right now. So if you want to sign up, you can just click that link down below, schedule your free call. We'll get to know each other better, kind of just see if we're the right fit for each other, and also we can just get to chat. I love getting to meet you guys. So that's a tangent, but I'm gonna get started here going through some emails first, and then I'll dive into preparation for my client session. I'll show you guys a little bit of what that's gonna look like. All right, I I almost forgot to film, so I wanted to grab y'all and go through a little bit of what I'm doing right now. So when I am about to have a client session, I do them all through something called Calendly, and then I'll go to that link. It's gonna be a video call, but I wanna go through all the stuff that they're having. So it's different for every single client, but my client, if I can speak, my client right now is doing a food and mood journal. So not gonna explain it super in depth right now. I'll do this in another video if you guys are interested in how I work with my clients, but essentially I'm going through looking at how her mood and her stress was affecting her bloat, and if the exercises that we were doing to try to combat this were helping at all. And I'm very intuitive with my sessions, and I really like them to be client-led, while also, of course, providing actual input and help. So I usually take a few things that I want to talk about and keep those as kind of like my talking points if she doesn't have specific things. So I always let the client, of course, first guide the session, and then the things that I want to bring up, I will either try to weave into that, which a lot of the time they correlate because I'm looking at what they're going through, and or bring them up when they've kind of finished the things that they want to get through. Okay, just finished up, and now I'm making some lunch. That was such a cool freaking session because we finally figured out that gluten was the culprit. I mean, not finally, we figured out after like 2 weeks that gluten was the main culprit for her with bloating. And this was obvious with her food diary, but then I wanted to test this, so we did something called like a gluten test without her having to go to get testing and all that stuff. And so yeah, it was really great, really exciting because she's feeling better already. But I do want to address an assumption that one of you guys submitted, that gluten is bad for everyone, that no one should have it and it's just the worst thing ever, yada yada. And this is just so incredibly false. So although gluten definitely can be an issue for certain people for sure, it is not an issue for all people at all. And especially not to say like this, like any gluten could be included in your life if it's the right fit for you. Because gluten is not just a horrible food, and it's been really demonized here. And a lot of the reason why is because of the processing of gluten. But not everybody is upset with gluten, and not all gluten-free products are healthier than non-gluten-free products. This is like a huge misconception that people have, that that is true. And so it's just so important to remember this, because there's no reason to stress yourself out over doing something that may not even be right for your body. So for example, there was a time where I actually had to take out gluten more intensely because it was really affecting how I was feeling. And now I'm able to eat it and it's totally fine. So remembering not only that gluten does not affect everybody, and then also reminding yourself that just because gluten affects you at one time doesn't mean it has to forever. Well, I was gonna show you lunch, and here it is. I completely forgot, but I had arugula massaged in some pesto and some balsamic, and then eggs and hummus, and also some Simple Mills crackers because they're so good, and then sweet potatoes as well. It's just so easy. Not allowed to film while you're there, but voted. So glad to have gotten it done early, just get it in, and it was so quick too. I'll include a link down below of a way to check your registration as well as finding your polling place too. It was super helpful, so if you guys need that. Yes, now we're gonna make some dinner. I'm gonna get in a quick workout, even though I don't really want to, but I know it will make me feel good if I just do a short one. I'm thinking like 10 minutes. That's all you need sometimes. Coming at you caught with another assumption that you have to work out every single day and do a really intense workout in order to, you know, have your best body, reach your goals, all that stuff. And I'm telling you, this could not be less true. It's so crazy because as someone that used to do HIIT every single day and HIIT and strength training, but that style. And I actually recently during quarantine switched to doing more Melissa Wood health-based workouts, Pilates workouts, and I only do HIIT like 1 time a week if I'm feeling it, and strength 1 time a week. I didn't even do HIIT this week, and this is literally the best that my body has been. Just that and walking and staying active. And this week I will have worked out 3 times. So just a reminder, it's yet again all about listening to your body, and that is what is right for you. Woo! It's dinner time. I'm so excited. Since we're kind of doing a little what I eat in a day, I forgot to show you guys, I devoured half of this delicious pumpkin spice Kalina because, to be honest, I got a little bit overly hungry because I was working and then I went to vote and I wasn't focusing on it. I do this sometimes, which is not good because now I'm starving and I've been snacking, which is fine, but we don't even have good snacks right now. That's another reason why I didn't have snacks. But we're having a delicious dinner. It is a sunbasket. 7-spice patty with your choice of protein. So we did turkey, right? And then we also did spicy green harissa sauce with it. Well, that's what comes with it. Oh, and these meals are literally so good. I love them. So we're gonna have this, probably have a drink, or are we waiting?
Let's have a drink, celebrate.
I have a drink. We're celebrating my first day truly done at the studio. Oh my goodness. But I also never even got to show y'all. This is my little morning routine thing that I did, and look at all those boxes checked off. I swear it makes it feel so satisfying to have that happen. Sorry, the dogs are going wild outside. It is very vibrant out here on the street today, pre-Halloween. All right, I'm starving though, so we're gonna eat this deliciousness and check back soon. Editing Mallory here, coming to you realizing I did not film any sort of outro. So I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit that like button. It really, really helps out my channel. And if you want to stick around, maybe subscribe. I would love to see you back here soon. Of course, if you ever have any video ideas, things that you want to see, always comment them down below. I love creating content that you guys enjoy. Sorry, my voice is so off and I'm looking a little cray-cray. But I really enjoyed this video. It was fun to watch back on it and seeing my first true day being done at the studio. Not that it was a negative experience, but just I'm really excited for this next phase and everything it's gonna bring. So I'm excited to share it with you guys too as it happens. So I hope you have a good rest of your day whenever you're watching this, and I will see you back here soon. Bye.